Hello, all of you are welcome to Bulletin Panchayat War Room Bulletin. I am Jishanil. Second wave of the pandemic has not yet receded. Alarming signs of a more devastating third phase are hovering over us. So this is not the time to highlight anything exceptional we have done. Any sort of self-promotion is a sheer waste of time and moreover a shameless act of triviality and to a certain extent suicidal. That too, at this time, a time that demands nothing but action. Yes, we are in the war front. Our species across the globe are facing an unprecedented public health emergency. Man, who had dominating the universe with his head and shoulders above all other living beings, stand embarrassingly helpless before a virus. Of course, COVID-19 is not the first pandemic to wreak havoc. We, the human beings, have faced the ordeals meted out by pandemics like Spanish flu, bubonic plague, cholera, smallpox, etc. But for decades, we have been kept unknown about public health emergencies. To deal with the strange scenario, that too a pandemic situation, without much preparedness was a challenge. This is not a ballad about the battle waged by a local body against an invisible virus that seemed invincible. The lethality and strike rate of the virus remain still untamed. So this is just a humble venture to reinforce ourselves with a immunities of confidence. Similar things, most probably better things might have happened around. This is only an attempt to rejuvenate and invigorate ourselves for the battle ahead. There was a collective effort, a sort of coherence right from the first wave itself. Government of India, Government of Kerala and the local bodies are engaged in a collective effort to deal with the situation. As the first step, we, the crew of Mugattala Block Panchayat, decided to make a second-line treatment center possible at the earliest. The infrastructure facilities of Community Health Center at Nedumana Grama Panchayat, functioning under the auspices of Block Panchayat, were inadequate for a second-line treatment center. Block Panchayat and HMC collectively contributed 22 lakhs for renovating the old building and making it equipped for a second-line treatment center. CSLTC with 100 beds became a reality within no time. District Disaster Management Authority, chaired by the Honorable District Collector, with the recommendation of District Medical Officer, finally gave the official nod to the 100-bedded CSLTC. The CSLTC, which was established on war footing, was appreciated as a maiden initiative by a local body. This definitely boosted the morale of our public health system and made us more responsible. Rupees 25 lakhs, which came as grant from DDMA, and the Block Panchayat allocation of Rupees 10 lakhs were utilized fruitfully for accessories like cots, mattresses, pillows, etc. and for meeting the day-to-day needs of the patients. Since most of the materials and items were not reusable, it amounted to a huge expenses. But 16 lakhs was provided by the National Health Mission. In addition to Rupees 25 lakhs granted by Disaster Management, Rupees 16 lakhs came as contribution from NHM. Along with the external aids, Block Panchayat contributed an amount of Rupees 32.5 lakhs. Altogether, Rupees 73.5 lakhs was spent for making CSLTC a reality, that too as a maiden venture by a local body. DDMA once again extended the helping hand by providing the necessary items for the patients. Cooperative banks, NGOs and the noble-minded contributed wholeheartedly. Refrigerators and television sets were sponsored by the cooperative banks. Ms. J. Mersikuttiamma, the Honorable Minister of Fisheries, declared the hospital open for the public on 5/9/2020. As a support mechanism, 9-member management committee presided over by the Honorable President of Block Panchayat was formulated. Medical officer recommended by the district medical officer is supposed to be the convener. The general extension officer of Block Panchayat is the nodal officer. 2 caretakers were also appointed. HMC monitors the day-to-day functioning. In spite of all the financial preoccupations, Block Panchayat donated an amount of rupees 10 lakhs to Government of Kerala for dealing with the public health emergency. Block Panchayat extended its full support to the community kitchen network in the Grama Panchayats. As any other part of the state, our Block Panchayat area has a vast number of migrant laborers. As the most vulnerable among the pandemic affected group, providing food and other necessaries to the migrant laborers were one of the primemost duties of the local self-governments. Mugattala Block Panchayat, as per the direction of Government of Kerala, deployed village extension officers for providing them grocery, vegetables and other necessary items with the help of Civil Supplies Department. In the latter stage of the first phase of the pandemic, vast majority of migrant laborers preferred to go back their native place. Ensuring the return journey of the migrant laborers was also the responsibility of the Block Panchayat. Mugattala Block Panchayat, like almost all other local bodies, delivered the duties with the utmost sincerity. In the second wave, the Block Panchayat, under the leadership of President B. Yashoda, triggered the 5 Grama Panchayats and its crew on war footing to contain the pandemic. Identifying and quarantining the infected at the earliest is modus operandi executed by the Block Panchayat. Rupees 70 lakhs has been allocated by the Block Panchayat to meet the fierce urgency of the situation. Antigen kits and pulse oximeters were provided to the Grama Panchayats, which very badly in need of testing kits. Telecounseling and telemedicine team comprising of renowned doctors and experts were made available to the needy. This turned out to be great relief to the desperate victims of the pandemic. Dr. Shibu Vijayan, a doctor with WHO, has offered his willingness to be the part of the support mechanism. An annexure with additional 25 beds was made equipped at the CSLTC functioning at Nedumana Grama Panchayat. The second CHC, located at Mayanad Grama Panchayat, functioning under the auspices of Block Panchayat, was renovated on war footing to get it modified into another second-line treatment center. Domiciliary care centers are operating in all Grama Panchayats. Public hotel network caters food to the DCCs and CSLTCs. Poverty alleviations wings of the Block Panchayat is up in the wings to deploy themselves to meet the socio-economic consequences of the pandemic. War room and help desk working round the clock is keen and vigilant in dealing with the emergencies brewing around. Standing committees, Block Panchayat members and Mr. George Aloysius, the Block Development Officer, monitor the whole apparatus. Before we leave, I once again appeal to all our viewers to continue to maintain COVID appropriate behavior and stay safe from the coronavirus pandemic. Remember to wear face mask, wash your hands and face regularly, and to do ensure that you maintain physical distancing whenever you are stepping outside. Simple precautions are all that it takes on our part to defeat the ongoing pandemic. Take care of yourselves and your families. Thank you for your time.